Hello everyone, my name is Sayyid Adnan and you are watching Assembly. Today I am going to tell you about how Tempus Public Foundation awards Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship. So right now you all are on the second selection point, which is institutional admission procedure. So after that you have to keep in mind one thing, that you have to upload your medical certificate before 15th of April 2023. If you don't upload your medical certificate before the 15th of April 2023, you can face issues like you can have a rejection in your scholarship as well. And if you don't know how to prepare your medical certificate, and if you don't know how to attach or what type of reports you have to attach with your medical certificate, you can check my previous video. I have attached the link as well. So after the institutional admission procedure, the university's examination, like either they want to take test or either they want to take an interview. So they will let you know about either they have accepted you or they have rejected you. If the university accepts you, it means that you are going to you are going to in the next procedure, which is a selection point with the Tempus Public Foundation. And if you are rejected by the any university, yeah, main thing is, if you are rejected from the first preference, then you have to keep in mind that your chances are nearly 0%, or you can say 10 or 20%. So after all the university examination at the end of the June or in the first week of July, the Tempus Public Foundation will email you about your result, either you are selected or either you are rejected, and after that the further procedure will be taken. So you have keep in mind one thing, that every sending partner from each and every country sends always two lists, and the one list is the main list candidate, and the other list represent the waiting list candidate students. Candidates, sorry. So you have to. The other most important thing is that the Tempus Public Foundation always prefers the main list students, and if seats are left behind, that seats are given to the waiting list students. But each and every year the students from the waiting list are always selected. And here is a mention that the waiting list student 25 to 30%. It means that if a country, for example Pakistan, has 200 seats, so it means that 200 students will be in the main list, and the above 30% of those seats, like it can be a 60 seats, so 60 students will be in the waiting list. So total there will be 200 students in the main list and the 60 students in the waiting list. So the examination for the first preference universities will be continue from the 18th of March 2023 to the 30th of the April, and the examination process for the second selected program will continue till the 20 May 2023. But these dates can vary. So basically, this is a rule given by the Tempus Public Foundation, that the test and interview for the first preference university will be conducted first, and then the interview and the test for the second preference university will be conducted later. But these are not hard and fast rule. Every university follows its own rules as well. Here are some things that you have to keep in mind, and these are based on the reality, and these facts are seen in the previous years till 2021, 22, and even in 2022, you can say in the previous year. But there are some things that have changed in the last year. Till 2020 and 21 session, those students who were nominated, I'm talking about the main list candidate, those student who was in the waiting list, sorry, who was in the main list and who got acceptance from the first preference, or either he got acceptance from the second preference, he got the scholarship. I'm talking about till 2020 and 21. But from the previous years, all the scenarios are changed. If you talk about the previous year, so if there was a male candidate who got acceptance from the first preference and he was rejected from the first preference, so he was also rejected by the Tempus Public Foundation. He was not awarded a scholarship. So you have to keep in mind a few things, that if you are male candidate, then you have to get acceptance from your first preference university, and or you have to get acceptance from the both universities. But the first preference university, acceptance from the first preference university is the most in order to get the scholarship. And if you are rejected from the first preference university, then you have to keep in mind that your chances are reduced from the 100 to the 50%. And if you are a waiting list candidate, and for the waiting list candidate, you have to get acceptance from the both of the preference in order to like be in the competition. So for the waiting list candidate, thus selection is totally based on the main list candidate. If the main list candidate is rejected, then the chance or the seat is given to the waiting list candidate. And as I already mentioned in my third or fourth slide, that every year students from the waiting list are selected. Selection of scholarship by the Tempus Public Foundation is also based on, you can say this totally based on your preferences as well. So it is a most important thing for the main list candidate and the waiting list candidate as well. So if you read a call of application given by the Tempus Public Foundation, you will come to know that the first priority is, like you can say, the first preferences will be considered first for the scholarship, and then if there are free places, then those free places will be given by those candidates who are rejected by the first preference and accepted by the second preferences. So as I already mentioned, if you are rejected from your first preference, then your chances are almost 10 or 20%. So the chances of receiving the scholarship are higher for the study program selected as the first choices, because there are more places at that time. After getting acceptance from your first or second preference universities, then the Tempest Public Foundation kept in mind various things. So the allocation of the admitted applicants, or the allocation of the separate students from the universities, depends upon different things. The first one is the bilateral agreement. So what is bilateral agreement? So there are different, like you can say, there are 70 countries or 70 to 80 countries who are participating in the Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship, and for each country, Tempest Public Foundation has fixed number of seats. As I already mentioned, that for the Pakistan there are 200 seats, and that will be increased in the up to 400 in the next year. So the number of seats are kept in mind by the Tempest Public Foundation. And the second main thing is the capacity of the university's specific study program. So if you check your Dream ID, while you have applied on the Dream ID portal, so under your university's information, you will check that the total number of seats for that specific program, that seats are also kept in mind. So then is a preference order. As I already mentioned, if you are accepted from your first preference university, then your chances of selection are more than if you are accepted from the second and you are rejected from the first preferences. And the most important thing then kept in mind is your examination result. For a nominated candidate, for the male candidate, you have to just get acceptance from your first preference or second preferences. But the first preference is mandatory and your scholarship is 100% secured. So for the waiting list candidate, it always comes on the ranking order of the sending partner. So if you are waiting list candidate, your ranking order by the sending partner is also checked. At the end of the June or at the start of the July, you will receive a scholarship decision by the Tempus Public Foundation on your Dream ID and email as well. So there will be like four types of decision you will see. The first one will be approved scholarship, that you have secured the scholarship, and the second one will be the conditionally approved. It means that you are also accepted, but there is a document missing, you have not uploaded yet. And the third one is you are on the waiting list. So on the waiting list means that if any student withdraws his scholarship, or he does not go to the Hungary for the higher studies, so you will be given a chance. And the fourth one is rejected. It means that you have not awarded the scholarship. These are the most important things you have to keep in mind. So no scholarship will be awarded to you if you withdraw your scholarship. It means if you check your Dream ID, there will be an option of withdraw. If you click that withdraw option, your scholarship will be cancelled and you will not be considered for this year, and you have to apply next year again. So don't try to click that withdraw option on your application. And the second most important thing is that you have to upload your missing documents. Like if you have not uploaded your passport, so you have to upload it before the 1st August 2023. If you don't upload, your scholarship will be cancelled. And the third is the most important thing. If you fail to accept your scholarship until the given deadline, so here is the main thing. in the first week of July, when you receive your scholarship email that you have awarded the scholarship by the Tempus Public Foundation, you have to accept that scholarship in the written form and on the Dream ID as well. In I guess so, the Tempus Public Foundation gives you 1 week or 2 week to accept your scholarship. If you don't accept or if you don't reply to their like email or the dream ID, your scholarship will be cancelled. And till the 1st August 2023, if you don't have your secondary school graduation certificate, your application will be also, your scholarship will also be rejected. In the simple word, for the Pakistani students, if they don't have their FSC डिग्री इन उर्दू वी कैन से दैट अगर आपके पास आपकी सनद नहीं होगी तो आपको रिजेक्ट कर दिया जाएगा. And the most important thing is withdraw their data protection, so you don't need to worry about this option, because when you start your application you always have to accept this before without accepting this data protection consent, you can't start your application. And the last important thing is, if you have provided your false information, your application can also be rejected. So here are the main steps that Stipendium Tempus Public Foundation kept in mind. And if you still have any kind of doubt, or if you want to ask anything, you can just drop your comment, I will let you know about it. And if you have not uploaded your medical certificate, try to upload it at any condition till the 15th of April 2023. And if you need guidance about the interviews and for the recorded interview, you can also check my previous videos, and you will get a lot of information from it. So goodbye.